Is it fair to say that we're all connected? Okay. So another thing, I went to a thesaurus, and what I did was I saw in the English language how many other words mean the same thing as connected. I was astonished. Here's a few of them. Linked, associated, partnered, attached, joined, coexistent, combined, matched, allied, coupled, harmonized, unified. That was just a small sample. Our English language is full of things that mean essentially the same thing. But what aren't we doing in our business? How many of you communicate with at least 90% of every single person that you have met in your business, related or not, in, say, the last 2 years? Since your business started. How many of you are communicating with 50% of them? How many communicating with 20% of them? 10%? One or two hands might be going up. Less than 5%. Less than... Isn't that strange, eh? Here we are. We just showed that the important thing about our business is this word here, relationships. And I want to go into this because this is the heart and soul of what we're about. We all know that relationships are important in our business. But I want to establish two things here. Number one is how important. Relationships are everything, guys. Okay, everything. Our business is not insurance or business coaching or personal coaching or whatever it happens to be, or even therapeutic type work. We are all in the business of people. First and foremost, get your relationships right, and it doesn't matter what product or service that you offer. Your relationships are right, business starts happening. Any questions about that? No? Can you start to see how this might involve your business? Okay, this is the good stuff now. This is my philosophy, and stop me if I'm wrong. I'd like to hear your opinion on it. Right, here you are, okay? Around you is a circle right now. And this circle is made up of people. Okay. Every single person that you've ever met in your entire life would make up your perfect circle, right? As many people as possible in your circle, okay, if you are connected to you. Now, most of you should have at least a couple of hundred of them. I mean, probably got a few hundred just in your cell phone alone. So there's a lot of people, right? Okay, your business contacts. Every single person that you meet, you should be connecting with because you're already connected to them. That 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8 sequence of numbers, you've already started at number 1. It's born. Each relationship has already started. What you're not doing is you're not moving them up the growth curve. It's stopped. If you stop a relationship, it's stopped. You're not going to get any business from them. If you keep that relationship going, at some time in the future, when that 1.618 hits, you can then start to get information back, and then you can start to actually sell stuff. But for the moment, you need to build a relationship, and this means building a relationship with everybody. So around you right now, okay, is a circle. And this circle is, for me, the most powerful circle that exists in your life, are the relationships with the people you have around you. Now, you all put up your hand, and you guys are communicating with less than 5% of them. That's your problem. You need to communicate with every single person in your circle. Because do you know what? And I can tell you this, with all the experience I've had and all the companies I've worked with and all the campaigns I've run and all the databases and relationships we've connected to, I can tell you absolutely categorically that if you want to be financially sustainable, everything you need, all the business that you need to become financially sustainable is in this circle. It's not out here, okay? It's not with flyers and business cards and all these other things. It's right here in your current circle, with your current community. If you have a choice in your life that you want to reach, any choice that you can have, tap into your first circle first, because that will start you on the path to becoming sustainable to get there. What I mean by sustainably is, in other words, is you have enough money, you can put a roof over your head, you've got food, you've got shelter, you've got the basics that you need to not be scared anymore. Because business is built around fear. The system works around fear. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough money to get by this month. We're always scared. If you understand and relate to your community, you will never be scared. Because you know that if the proverbial shit was to hit the fan, that there's somebody in here that will look after you. Your community will look after you. And if you engage your community in an appropriate way, your community will look after you. Just like you will look after other people within your community if push came to shove. And this is important because it brings back the real humanity to business. And then what we have, this is to get you financially sustainable, but to achieve your goals, all you need to do is you need to expand this circle by 1 degree of separation, and that is by where necessary, tapping into your community's community. So you're starting to understand a little bit about the referrals. The question is, how do we do this? How do you tap into this community? And this is what Majestic is going to teach you. So by the end of today, you're going to know exactly how to engage these guys here in such a way that you're getting business coming in, okay? At the end of the day, we're here for a reason, guys. We want money. Let's not beat around the bush here. This is still about business, okay? So we want sales. So by the end of this, you will know exactly how to engage us to increase sales. You will also know the tools and how to engage these guys so you can do exactly the same thing with them and to reach whatever it is you've chosen to do. Okay, and the philosophy is very simple. It all starts with a relationship. Kind of forgotten already, guys. Okay. Okay, relationship. That was a bit unfair of me. Okay. Big problem with relationships is that everybody talks about them but nobody can define them. Ever noticed that? Yeah. Like this concept CRM, customer relationship management. There's very little relationship building in customer relationship management. Have you noticed that? It's all about data and how you can segment data and learn more, and you can put these people into this pigeonhole and this, and then you can send them this special because you know they're more likely to respond to this kind of wording. I just think that's completely and utterly nuts. For a business owner, a small business owner, there's a much simpler way. For me, the relationship has 3 pieces. Each piece of this is equally critical. If you put these 3 pieces together, you are able to put a relationship building process in place. The first component of a relationship is personal touch. I mean, I might be really going out on a limb here, and I hope I'm not too controversial, but I really believe that relationships are between people, one human being to another. You know, maybe I'm mad here, but as far as I'm concerned, and who's that person in your business? You. Even if you're a sales rep or you're an employee, it's still about your personal touch that you have with each individual that you work with. So this concept, I'm representing an organization name, we need to start getting away from that. We are our own individual, amazing, unique selves. Okay, so a relationship must be personal. Example, when you send out an email, okay, try not to send it from your company name. Try to send it from your name. That's the difference. When you send out a newsletter is not personalized. Okay, if you send out an article from yourself that you've either written or got from somebody else because it resonates with you, that is where your response rates increase. Just by sending out an email and putting your own name attached to it, immediately increases your open rates significantly. Majestic principles will give you the average response rates on any advertising campaign, direct marketing. Anyone know? 2%? 2. Now that's usually quite high. Generally it's 1%, and overseas now, South Africa's still doing okay. We still respond to letters in our mailbox. Overseas it's now 0.1%. Majestic will give you at least a minimum conservative response rate of 1,000%. Usually it's higher than that, which is 10%. Highly regular campaigns, 20 to 30%. It's beyond belief. Why? Because we just follow nature's principles. First thing, personal touch. That alone will increase your response rates significantly, probably by about 300%. The next one, from personal touch, we go to regular contact. Relationships require work. God knows how many exes have told me that. Still haven't learned. Built a whole system around it. Still don't get it. Okay. You need to have regular contact. So you've got to stay in touch with people. Now, we've already made the mistake. Some of us are not doing too bad a job of being personal within our business, but we're all not doing this correctly. You need to stay in regular contact with every single person that you come in contact with. How you remain in contact, which is what you mentioned before, Mel, how you word it and how you phrase it, we'll get onto that just now. It's very important as well, but you've got to stay in regular contact. Okay. Notice how the personal touch That first time you meet somebody is a one human being connecting with another human being. That's like your 1 on your natural growth curve. Regular contact are all these different steps that you take to grow the growth curve. And we all want to get to